been a minute. What's happening? So today's discussion is, oh, my hat. I love this movie, and more than the movie, I love the song. Listen to the lyrics. There's a lot of truth to it and applicable to life. I will not sing it. So today, I was enjoying this beautiful fall weather day. Just sunny, perfect weather, crisp, just so delightful. And out on my route working, and a couple incidences happened in which, in separate accounts, someone did something to me rude, and then later on, someone said something to me rude, and I was just going around about my own business, and it threw me off. It really upset me that people can be so unthoughtful and so inconsiderate and so disrespectful to the point where they don't even consider your feelings, apologize, acknowledge, and it threw me off for a while. I'll be honest with you. And so I wanted to know why it took me a lot longer to get back to a state of peacefulness and zen. And the core of it is that there's a part of your brain that sees it as a threat. It sees it as a threat. It doesn't know if it's an angry barista who didn't make you're upset. You had a confrontation that they didn't make your drink right. This isn't the incident. Or a saber-toothed tiger, as they say, because our brains still haven't caught up to today's world, is what they say. So it sees it as a threat. So your cortisol and adrenaline and all that starts pumping, and it takes a while to kind of come down to homeostasis, because ultimately our brain is designed to protect us. It's not designed for bliss and happiness. It doesn't look for that. We seek that, we want that, but the brain is designed to protect us. So with that being said, when incidences like that happen, and they're not something that you did, let's say someone cut you off, the best way I found is by kind of releasing and saying, it's not me, it's them. They're in a hurry. There's an emergency. They're just heard some bad news. I mean, it's an external scenario where it's not something you did and it's outside your control. The only thing you can control is how you react to it. So by letting it happen, of course, you want to defend yourself, protect yourself if you're in harm's way, but you just let it go. And oftentimes, through my faith, I will say a prayer for them. I will wish them well. I will say a prayer for them, right? Pray for your enemies. Pray for those who want to cause harm. And I send love, because ultimately God is the judge in my department. So I'll let God deal with that. Occasionally I will take it up in my own, and usually that backfires, as of lately. So I send it off and I let it go. When the cortisol and the adrenaline kicks in, sometimes we want to fight or flight. I have found that when especially in a case where I've done nothing wrong, I step away, because I don't want to be brought into that energy. I don't want to be brought into their story. Whatever's setting them off, I don't want to be a part of it. So I'll step away. I'll walk away. And sometimes they might even take that as a step of aggression. Oh, well, oh, okay, too good for me, or oh, don't want to talk, or okay, and they'll lash out. That clearly shows it's something about them. So by stepping away, It gives you a second to breathe. It gives you a second to compose yourself. It gives you a second to not lash out and add to it and add fuel to the fire. It gives you a second to step away. Just breathe and get back to your homeostasis. So on both those occasions, I took a peaceful role. And the common reactions to those types of scenarios, a lot of people will then want to go have a drink, have a smoke, or do something, eat some ice cream, eat some processed fatty foods to kind of like, give them pleasure to overcome that negativity. What's ultimately happening there is that now you're harming yourself twofold, because you got harmed emotionally and now you're going to harm yourself physically by ingesting, smoking, inhaling food, smoke, cigarettes, drinks to harm yourself. So now you've really are harming your body, your mind, your soul. What I find effective is to work out, to exercise, to jot it in a journal. By putting in the journal, the brain sees, okay, this event happened, this is how I feel, you've lent it out, and now the brain doesn't have to worry about it anymore. It sees that I've processed it, it sees that I've written it down, it sees that it doesn't have to remember it or recycle it anymore. And by working out, I am taking a negative event and I'm turning it into a positive event. I'm using that frustration, that anger, whatever that might be for you, and I'm channeling into exercise, which is a positive. So venting, journaling, venting, exercise, and if you need to deep breath, let it out. Maybe send some positive thoughts to that person, send some love. Maybe call up a friend for a cheerful laugh, or maybe do indulge, have a treat, but maybe make it a mango or a papaya or something sweet and yummy, or dark chocolate or whatever that might not be as harmful as a bag of Doritos. So catching yourself in that moment, pausing and knowing that it's not you, and letting it go, sending good thoughts, taking care of yourself, and know that it too shall pass, and know that this happens to everyone on the planet. It doesn't matter. I know if you live in a cave or under a rock, you might avoid it, but eventually I'm sure even a scenario would happen to you then. Someone would lift the rock, be like, hey, why are you lifting this rock? I was just having my own peace here. Someone made a cave and rolled a boulder in front of it. They trap you in there. I mean, who knows? Or a tiger comes in there to make it its den. Blah, 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 blah. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for listening. Take care.